Alright guys, welcome to this little mini podcast. Well, myself, Finn, with Xpert Hunter, as we go over our thoughts and stuff for the new Hero Zero, which was announced. Funny enough, it was just funny how it was announced. I literally saw the message in Discord from one of the admins, and he goes, check the TEPPEN website. And I was like, okay. I'm driving at work and I hit it, and then I see the sign up there. I'm like, I must pull over and watch this trailer. It was so cool.
Yeah, I opened Discord and I seen the trailer right there, and I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Oh, they announced it. Alright, cool. So, we have the new Hero Zero. 3 new abilities. So, fight against the inner demons. Adding Maverick or Maverick Hunter. Now, apparently, this is basically kind of like, hey, Nico. But a better version, because it's only, so far it's 2. As I was talking to, I think, some people, some of the others from the server. So Maverick is 1 cost to randomly destroy any enemy unit with an MP cost of 6 or less. If they only have 1 unit, that's a guaranteed kill. So it's
Seems
actually
pretty good.
Sorry?
It seems pretty good. I just think if you're in the mirror or the purple matchup, they'll have negates. It'll be an easy card to negate. But other than that, it's pretty good.
Oh yeah, it's a very easy negate. Purple matchups. And then Maverick Hunter is kind of nice as well. But do you honestly see this as a better Hey Nico?
Yeah, it's definitely an upgraded Hey Nico.
I would say upgrade.
I definitely prefer it. It also has less RNG. There's only 2 cards. Hey Nico has 3.
I'll agree with that one. Less RNG, easier to sort of get stuff. And both of them are not like that bad. Look, I kind of like that purple actually has a destruction and not just black. It's kind of something I really like. That there is a chance to blow up something on purple side.
Yeah, the only problem with the hidden art, in my opinion, is you'll probably find yourself in a situation where you might want Maverick or Maverick Hunter, depending on the situation, and you know, RNG is RNG. You might not get the card you need in that moment.
That's the only thing. Yeah, that's the only thing. But the other question is, the only thing we don't know is just how much it actually runs for. I think I threw it out there with the guys, what we kind of estimated what we think the AP cost will be for. And I think we went with 16 to 14 for number 1, maybe 18. I called 18 on the second ability, and for the third art, I think 16 or 17 or some shit like that. I don't think they should be too expensive.
I think the second art should be a little bit more expensive because, you know, Spike Launch Season 1.
Spike Launch is true, but it does take some time, so if people don't know, like... So, Rahugu, I mean, you need to get 10 actions done. Now, the speculation is, with the new mechanic memory, is it both parties or is it just yourself? Because then number 2 is dumb to try to set off if it's just you.
Well, even if it's just you, it's still good. I mean, minimum at 4, it still does 7 damage split. That's basically a lady.
No, wait, no, 4 will get you 7.
Yeah, 4 will get you 7, so that's still pretty good. If there's only 1 unit on board, that's an easy clear.
I mean, yeah, look, 4 is easy, but 10, like, you may not have exactly 10 actions.
Yeah, so that's the thing. If it counts both players' actions total, then it's busted.
It's busted? Then it definitely should be more than 20 AP then. It counts, because most likely both you and your opponent will at least go through a shit ton of spells. It will happen.
I mean, is Spike Launch 20?
Spike Launch is 20. Someone in chat confirmed that. I think it is.
Yeah, then I think 20 is fine. I think 20 would be fine.
20. Yeah, it is 20. Yeah, there might also be some new cards that manipulate the memory.
Memory, yeah. Like Ava for growth.
Yeah. So I think that's a possibility as well. That would be actually pretty cool if we get those as well. And then his third ability, which a bunch of us were talking about, I think he's probably going to be one of his better ones. Tinkua, which +2 attack and combo effective for 1 attack. We talked on the speculation and fucking dropped that on Tigrex is amazing, and I think it was Nightmare, which V summons.
I mean, there's a lot of cards that benefit off that.
Yeah, Nightmare, if you get it off, Nightmare is 12 or 13, whatever it is, 12 +2 combo, that's KO, but it is RNG to get Nightmare on the field. There's a lot of setup.
It's RNG with like Exodia, like Obliterate, you know?
Yeah. It's gonna be fun. I think what was it, Thirsty said, he's gonna have to just like either Rage and throw his phone depending on how many Nightmares he comes across when it comes out.
I mean, if that happens, it's gonna feel so bad. Like, losing to Nightmare is gonna be so bad.
Because what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna throw Stealth on Nightmare, because Stealth is only effective for 1 attack, which is perfectly fine. But you only need 1 attack. Is there any way to actually stop Nightmare? Albeit from actually outpowering it.
No, you can only halt it. That's it.
You can halt the inevitable attack. That's about it.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, you can halt it and hope you win before it hits you.
You gotta hope you hit. Yeah. The only thing you can do is block it, but you're at least going to even if they throw stealth on it. No, yeah. There's no way of actually stopping that. You can't block that shit. Oh, it's gonna be so mean.
I mean, if you're playing purple and they activate stealth, you can negate it, and that's your out. But
Black,
if you don't have the negate.
Yeah, black has an out though. Black has destroy everything though.
I don't think you can destroy Nightmare with destroy effects.
Ooh. Can we confirm in chat? Can Nightmare be blown up with frickin' what are the two main ones? Obviously not Obliteration. It's
Cruel Game,
and the other
one. Sample Collection.
Sample Collection doesn't target, so it can actually target. Yeah. So it can actually hit. Sample Collection can hit it because it does not target.
But the thing is, I don't think it's affected by destroy effects.
Nightmare is indestructible. Okay, so yeah, Nightmare, once it's on the field, you've just gotta pray that you can get past that shit.
Oh, Living Death works.
Living Death works? It removes from play, doesn't it? Or some shit like that.
Yeah, it removes from play.
That's the only thing then. Black has the one answer, which is Living Death. Living Death is a banish. It should go through. Yeah, it doesn't say... Yeah, banish is not destruction. That's just remove from play in a way. So that is the only option then. Black has the one answer to...
Does Nightmare have Veil? I don't remember. I mean, does Golem...
Yeah, he's got Veil. He's indestructible. Veil. Disappears off the one attack.
Yeah, then
green hero has shields. Yeah, the other option is if you're green, you put shields on your hero. That's the only other option.
Yeah, but you're gonna need at least 2 shields.
You're gonna need 2 shields. Oh, it's... Nah, you can't brainwash it in Integra. Nightmare is untargetable.
Soul's Return works.
Ooh, you're gonna sack 3 cards to return everything, but I think it's worth it in that situation.
Yeah, in that situation, it's definitely worth it. But it depends on how often it happens, you know?
Yeah, true. Chat's just going on like, does Nightmare have Veil? Nightmare doesn't have Veil. People just trying to figure this shit out. Nightmare has a lot of shit because he only stays on the field for 1 attack. So, Shields is your option. Living End, Soul's Return, halting it forever if you've got the halts. There's a few choices. I think red actually has nothing to do with it.
No, red's screwed.
Red
comes out. That's the
yeah. Red's just screwed. You see Nightmare stealth slowly come at you 0. Just surrender.
I mean, maybe Denjin can win. You know,
if you
burn
can
your opponent before it hits.
Yeah, I think I was looking at it. One of my mates at Reaper was saying that Denjin might potentially make a comeback for this, which would be actually really cool. If Denjin can make a return, I kind of like the idea of it.
That new red legendary is pretty nice in Denjin.
Yeah, what is it? It'll be maxed out. It'll be 9 damage to a card or the hero. That's a lot. 9 damage straight to the hero. For free.
I mean, imagine having 3 Leons on board.
Ooh, baby, that's gonna be a painful. I can totally see Denjin, but I mean, Denjin just takes too long to set up. If they can at least make Denjin cost less, then I would totally like be trying to get a good Denjin deck working.
That card was also gonna see playing Jill.
I feel like Jill's gonna benefit. I'm hoping Jill benefits from this expansion. I think.
I mean, in most cases, when you're playing Jill, sometimes you just need that little bit of damage to kill your opponent, and that card's gonna make it so you can just hit face for game.
Rocket Launcher would be cool to use if Rocket Launcher somehow becomes viable again. I mean, it'd be pretty fun to run Rocket Launcher again.
I mean, the problem with Rocket Launcher is, it's an action and you have to activate it.
The other thing problem is that it costs 3, compared to Hey Nico's cards and Zero's that literally costs less than 3. It's 1 and 2. With Jill, I usually have a 8-ping FD Ryu by the 4th minute. Yeah, you definitely want to run Fate Defying Ryu. With the new meta right now, Red's going to be running Fate Defying Ryu. That's an obvious choice.
I mean, FD Ryu's always been good.
It's always been great. Tomboy's just not a good exception. Maverick Hunter for purple is an excellent choice. It's just a guaranteed 2/4 no matter what. And 2/4 is perfect because at least purple has a chance to actually buff units. I could see myself running 4s and actually utilizing if I get Maverick Hunter, I'll freaking pump it on what's his name?
Anantora.
The stealth at the 4. He gets stealth when he's summoned with another 4 on the field.
Who is that? Oh, Vector.
Vector is gonna be nice to actually hit, and then combine it with if not that, then Takuna with Vector. What was it? 4 combo, 8 direct damage to the hero. That's actually really nice.
The only problem is I think Yon is still going to be relevant, so...
Yon's still going to be pretty damn stupidly relevant. I hate it. Alright. Let's have a scroll down. What else we got? So so memory, past actions determine the future of the battle, which is based on stuff like that. There's some pretty cool artwork for some cards here. I kind of like the Nier and Dante one from Devil May Cry 4. I like that what's his name from Resident Evil 4 is like in here, along with the faithful guy from Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, I mean the art in TEPPEN's always really good.
There's definitely some pretty cool ones here. Rose is like, why do you guys want to kill off decks? What do you mean? Yes, that's true. Rathalos literally did fall off the map when he got nerfed. But I'm hoping that... I think from this expansion, I feel like beatdown decks are going to make a comeback. And I feel like a Rathalos deck can come back from this. Just based on...
I mean, it depends on the cards we get for red.
It all depends on what we're getting. True. It all depends on that. If it is all about action-heavy cards, like look, a red-green Rathalos would be pretty cool. So and then the nice reveal is the next few cards, which is Ancient's Memories. This one, 2 damage to the hero or an enemy unit, 7 damage for 7 action. Combine that with Denjin, and you get some Leons. What's the maximum you could do? What's so far the damage looking at? 9 Denjin with Leon.
I mean, Leon is 1 damage, so with Denjin it'll be 2. You have 3, that's 6. And then the legendary does 7?
That's 7.
And then plus Denjin it would do 9?
9, yeah.
So 9 plus 6.
That's a lot of damage straight to the hero's face. I mean, if you could actually do that. It's like too much damage straight to the hero. I mean, that's literally fucking a combo unit. On a 2 action. It's pretty freaking cool. I like the Doll's Memories one. Oh, sorry,
Getting 3 Leons though is not easy.
No. That's like the dream scenario that you could never really have. At best 1 Leon, maybe 2. You Denjin, and then you can flick out some damage. I should
It's still solid.
Yeah, it's still solid.
It's still a solid card. It's gonna end games for sure.
Definitely. I do like the green card, Doll's Memories. +4, -4, or +4, +4. Or 2. Cost. But you gotta get 7 actions out there.
I mean, you can also use the card to destroy a unit.
It just gives a unit? You don't have to use it on your own.
No, you don't. You can use it on your opponents.
You can actually make this a destruction card. That's actually it is very versatile. I like that. Actually, that's really good. -4 HP. You can just pop a card. Sure, why not?
As long as they don't have a card to buff HP.
As long as it doesn't buff HP. Yeah.
Yeah, so like Psycho Power. Like, let's say you use this card and then they use Psycho Power, and then you don't have enough to kill it anymore.
Yeah, this actually insta-kills Iris if they can't stop it. We'll get to the buffs and nerfs and all that. Who's in the voice chat? Xpert Hunter, another TEPPEN player. But this can insta-kill Iris if they don't buff her defense, because she's now 1/4, but yeah, we'll get to that. The Doll's Memories is, actually didn't realize on that, but I like the versatility out of it.
I mean, at two mana, it's a really good card. You know, you can respond to your opponents free.
Yeah, I kind of really do like that now. Maverick's Memories is a bit touch and go with me. I'm not sure. Like, I like the idea of negating 5 or less. I liked it even more when I can negate anything. But this one requires the most. You need 10 actions. It's basically asking what you need out of Zero's second ability.
I mean, but it all depends on how memory works.
Again, yeah, it'll come down to how memory works. If memory is easier than I think it is, then this card is pretty awesome.
I mean, it negates living death.
Ooh, yeah, negating living death. Oh, they're gonna be pissed if that happens.
Living death has made me salty for such a long time. Using this card to negate it would make me so happy.
Oh, I love it. Negate natural cycle. I'd love it even more. Oh, that'd be perfect.
I mean, this card's really good. It depends on the situation, but it negates almost anything. So
yeah, it just all depends on what we can negate. It will come down to that. So now that I understand it, so purple can destroy a card now, and green actually has the option to destroy a card now. That's actually really cool. Red so far still doesn't really have an instant destruction, just damage. Rebel's Memories, the one that cost the most out of them. I mean, it's fair. This is an instant destroy, or destroy everything for 6. That's like a better version of Living Nightmare or whatever. Cruel Game, is it? It's a better version of Cruel Game.
It's definitely a better version of Cruel Game, but it's the worst version of Obliterate if you don't have the memories total.
Yeah. It's a random enemy unit, so technically it destroys any random enemy unit. So it's kind of just like purple's destroy a 6 MP or less random enemy unit, but this one is just any unit. For 6, that seems fine to me.
I mean, it destroys your units as well.
No, it's just a random enemy. It doesn't target yours. But if you do max it out, then it destroys everything. Yeah, so you gotta be... This one, you gotta really be absolutely certain about when to use this one.
I mean, if you have it maxed out and then you play 2 Super Tyrants,
then that's perfectly fine.
I mean, you're gonna trigger the Super Tyrants and then you're just gonna go ham on your opponent.
Yeah. There's some nice... Yeah. There's some good combo plays out of that, actually. You want to break other cards that transform into something else. It's definitely not worth running both. If you're gonna run Rebel's Memories, you don't want to run a Cruel Game then. Like, it's one or the other. But again, it will just come down to what we can get out of the cards, because we still don't know all the cards, and we're still waiting. Like, yeah. We have to wait until... They'll probably do a few card reveals next week. next week.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Probably in a week we'll get more information on the new cards.
They'll reveal some cards, but they won't reveal what they do. Well, the best what they did for the last one was reveal the arts, which was cool, but we didn't really know what the fuck they did. Most of them at least. Some shit like that. Switchblade Spider says the RNG counter to Rebel before its full strength is to Hatred Reborn, Flash Rebirth, Flash Effect. Ouroboros can definitely benefit a lot.
Yeah, it's a nice card in Uro. Uro's definitely gonna enjoy this card.
Yeah. This is gonna be fun. Ouro's gonna be interesting. Seeing as how the nerfs and patches and all that really did not really affect Black that much.
I mean, it's another destroy though. Black has too many destroys, if you ask me.
There's a lot. I mean, there wasn't a lot before. Now there's a fuck ton of destroys. I mean, destruction for 4 MP that costs 3 or lower. Destroy for 2 attack or less. Destroy for 3 MP or less. Destroy 5 MP or less. Obliteration, sample collection, dust desserts, cruel game, betrayal. That's a
Fate.
lot. Hey, I've gone over fates. Yeah, there's a lot. It's just
And they're gonna get more. This isn't the only destroy they're getting in this set. I'm pretty sure they're gonna get another 3-cost destroy and another 5 or 4.
fucking hell. So how do we get around destruction cards? The Gates is your best.
Stop making them.
Stop making destruction cards. I think they're good enough. We really need indestructible now, outside of Nightmare. Yeah, I think some other cards probably need to be indestructible just to deal with the fact that Black has got so much into it. Veil and
cards are
Gold
unaffected by effects.
Yeah, Veil and Gold Aura, you're like the other good option as well. Yo, man.
I mean, Veil's good, but if the card doesn't target, then Veil is useless.
That's the thing. Yeah, Veil's good, but like, I think Sample Collection doesn't target. I think there's like another 2 that do not target, which makes Veil utterly useless. Which is really annoying. It's sad as well. Alright, so here comes the nerfs part. So here comes this part, which... Start off with Iris. I legit thought she was literally going to become a 6 MP cost. Just because what she does.
Same here.
I legit thought that was going to happen. So from... Originally, MP5, 1 attack, 6 HP, shield, MP boost 50. Now it's MP5, attack 1, HP 4, still giving a shield and an MP boost of 50. So she just has a weaker body now.
I think Ryu can get rid of her really easily now.
Ryu can definitely get rid of her very easily. With a high MP boost as well as high defensive capabilities, this unit survive on the field for a long time, resulting in a massive MP advantage. By adjusting its defense, the amount of attacks and counters needed to destroy this unit is reduced, making it easier to deal with. I mean, I could probably see options now with purple to try and steal this card. It's a bit easier, but yeah. Have they
The card's
changed?
still good,
It's still
but
good.
it's definitely easier.
It's still
It's
good,
definitely easier to destroy.
but yeah, it's a lot easier to get rid of now. Have they ever changed the cost of a card before? Have they? They've changed the stats. I don't know about the actual cost though.
No, they haven't. They haven't changed the card's cost yet.
No. Maybe this Iris nerf is a secret, but buff to heart tank. I don't know. Even
It's
if you
funny
keep...
how Lair has more defense than Iris now, though.
Yeah, Lair legit now, but Lair only gives what 30. The difference is just the MP boost. Iris is still the king of MP boosting, but it's weaker to get rid of. It's I think it's a bit easier now to deal with. If they drop it, it's not like 6 HP. What do I do? At this point,
Yeah, because the problem with Iris is it could take a couple hits.
yeah, true. It could just survive for a
And
bit,
then-
and then you
And then
ascension
by the
fodder
time you
it.
get rid of it, yeah, you ascension fodder. But by the time your opponent gets rid of it, you already got everything you wanted out of the card. So
It's giving you the MP boost you needed. Moving on down. Next up is Hoitzel. God,
this one's spicy.
I was hoping this would be a bigger of a nerf, but Thirsty
card's
Games
so
was
great.
Thirsty pointed out a couple things, which made me rethink about it. I'm like, okay, but I still think 6 MP for this thing is very little. So 6 MP originally, attack was 2, HP is 8, shield, anti-air, cannot attack, send 4 attack, and loses this cannot attack. Now it's still MP of 6, still an attack of 2, but now it is 2 less HP. Still comes with shield and anti-air. Still cannot attack, but once ascended, it still gains +4 attack and loses this cannot attack. Honestly, I feel like I should just gain +2 attack. That's perfectly fine with me. But now it's a 6/6. So technically, Ryu can pop this card now when you pop shield.
Yeah, Ryu has a pretty easier time dealing with this card now, but it's still a pretty good card.
It's still very, very much a threat when it sends onto the field.
And it still has a shield, so
Time was just, I wanted it to lose shield. I thought shield was a bit much, to be truthfully honest. With everything, shield seemed like overkill.
I mean, since it still has the shield, the card is still really good. It's still going to be able to trade very well.
Yeah, okay, so the reason for the change, although it gains a strong effect when ascended, is what ascended is supposed to be. Whistle has a very strong defense even before it becomes ascended. Because of that, it tends to stay on the field for a long time. Oh, do they know what it's like to have a Hoitzel call to battle with +6/+6?
No, I think they're talking about 3 Huetzels on the field at the same time.
3 Hoitzels, I've done that! Allowing time for multiples to be placed, this makes comebacks difficult and games are often decided at that point. By adjusting its defense, the amount of attacks and counters needed to destroy this unit is reduced, making it easier to deal with. Is it really going to be easy? I mean, we'll see.
I mean, Jill can kill, Claire, the 3-cost Claire can kill it now.
That's true, yep, she can pop it, 6 damage. That's actually good to know. Red kills it now. It literally has a shield in its art, yeah. Each of us can kill it now. What is it? Maverick can pop it, which is cool. For 0, Maverick can actually pop this card. Doesn't matter if it's ascended or not, because it is 6 MP. It's still good. 2 HP does actually matter because a lot of things can actually attack it and get rid of it. So the 2 HP nerf I think was good. Honestly, I feel like +4 attack is still stupidly strong, but hey,
Yeah, it's still really strong.
it's still a very, very powerful card when you ascend on the field. Ascended Pegasus can one-shot it if it doesn't have the shield. You're gonna have to pop that shield first.
Yeah, but Pegasus you have to ascend Pegasus right in front of it.
Yeah, Pegasus has got to be directly in front to deal its full 6 damage. Which technically is not hard to do. You gotta sort of give up a unit to die to it and then pop another unit to ascend on top of it.
Yeah, but that's also Huetzels by himself.
That's just Hoitzel by himself, yeah.
Because Pegasus does 2 damage in front and then does 4 split damage. Yeah, so if Huetzel's not the only unit on board, then Pegasus might not get rid of it.
Nah. But yeah, it's gonna be annoying. Yeah, there would have to be only one Hoitzel on the center field, but guarantee you, when they drop a Hoitzel, most likely they'll have a second unit. It is Yawn, and they can definitely flood the field. Look, it was a step in the right direction. I feel like maybe a little bit more could have been done. Next card, which I didn't expect was going to get touched, but it's not that bad actually. Hell Antinoia. Anton.
I mean, this card, it's really good. You can't say it's not good.
It's good. I was like, first time I saw it, I was like, okay. And then when I really thought about it after talking to people, I was like, this is good. This is a really good card. This card, it can be a pain in the ass for a lot of people. And I
I
love
mean,
it.
Ryu hates the living hell out of this card.
Yeah. So what they've done with this card is originally he's a 4 MP, 2 attack, HP 5. Taking damage deals 2 damage to a random enemy unit. Now the only thing that happened was it's still an MP4, thank fuck for that. 2 attack, thank god for that too, and it lost 1 HP, and it still basically deals damage after taking damage to a random unit. I'm okay with this. This is not a major nerf to it. Actually, I would say it's a fair nerf.
I agree.
I wouldn't say
Definitely
anything
agree.
bad about this. It's just a fair nerf.
I mean, from my experience, this card would typically exchange 3 times with with another unit, so you would get its effect off at least minimum 3 times. With this nerf, you reduce it to like at least 2. Because most units can get rid of it. It only has 4 HP. I mean, you have a unit with 4 attack, it's gonna kill it in 1 hit, so it definitely makes it easier to deal with, but it's still really good.
Yeah. This card is powerful enough that it can take down a colossal units that cost 6 MP or more on its own. By adjusting its HP...
Super tired.
Super tired. By adjusting its HP, massive units with high attack should be able to handle this card easier. Yeah, so I agree. I feel this is a fair nerf. It's still perfectly fine. It's still a great card to use. Maverick Hunter on this card is going to be a nuisance for a lot of people because it's going.
Oh yeah.
He's going to become.
That's a good combo.
Yeah. What is it? 2/4. So he gains 2/4. He literally just gains his HP and attack. So he becomes 4/8. So Helena Noya deals out 4 damage with Maverick Hunter. That's going to be so nice to do plays with that shit.
I think it's still a good card.
It's still a great card. I still think...
It didn't get the Beltway treatment.
No, thank god I didn't get the Beltway treatment. Oh my god. Rest in peace, Beltway. Although Time Rocker says, I still use the card, but I'm like, it was sent to the Shadow Realm.
I mean, I don't know why he uses the card still. It's not as good. I mean, if you use Beltway, that's 8 MP, that's 8 MP to get rid of a fucking 3 cost card. It's not worth it.
Nah, there's not really worthwhile 3 units to get rid of. Nintega says, hold up, think about it. What if the legendary 0 unit is a 4 cost? Great! I want to start using 4s again. Rainy and Karen love the nerf. But this one, yeah, they'll love it. But it's still fine. Like, look, I say it's a fair nerf, and it can still be used properly. So, we're okay with it. Soul's Return. This, I didn't expect. I thought, but I mean, it is basically the opposite of, the Living End, isn't it? Or, yeah, the opposite of that. And the difference was you could actually have 3 of this card. 8 MP, return all units to their respective decks. Now it's 8 MP, remove 3 cards from your deck to return all units to their respective decks. That's a pretty big nerf to it, actually. You gotta sack 3 cards to return everything to the field.
I think what made this card so powerful is there was no negative effect.
True.
You know, like, yeah, you reset the board, but you would play it in a situation where you're losing most of the time. So resetting the board wouldn't hurt you.
Especially with Demonic Power, making this a 1 cost.
Yeah, you can abuse the shit out of that card with Surge.
With Surge of Demonic Power, this card, yeah, it was stupid. Although, the reason for change, although this card gains a strong effect at the cost of high MP cost in decks that utilize restricting the amount of units on the board and exhausting all cards, the advantage gained from being able to use this card multiple times provided too much of an advantage. For this reason, we have adjusted this card's effect. So, I would definitely not run 3 anymore if people were running 3.
No.
You don't want to lose 9 cards.
I mean, if you use 3, that's 9 cards out from your deck.
That's totally not worth it. 1 to 2, depending on how things go. Still the same thing, but I mean,
I would only run 1.
Yeah,
I think I'd only
keep it at 1. I'd keep it at 1.
I mean, the card can still play. It's not too bad. It's just I just don't see people running 3 anymore.
Nah. It has a drawback that makes you like, I don't want to lose cards from my deck. But speaking of Surge of Demonic Power, before MP cost of 6, change the MP cost of all cards in both players' hand and X pocket to 1. This was so dumb when it came out. Now it is 6 MP to half the MP cost of all cards in both players' hands and X pocket. I see this as a fair nerf. In my head thinking, I thought to myself, when they're going to change this card, I thought maybe drop it to 3 MP for everything, but if it's just half everything, then that's perfectly fine to me.
I think this is how the card should have been from the very beginning.
From the very beginning, it should have just been half the card, half the MP.
I mean, I don't know how the devs thought reducing all cards to 1 for both players was a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Resonate was just like, oh, field happy day. Oh my god, I hated that shit. This is fine.
I mean, I like this nerf. I think it's fair.
Yeah, the half of MP of every card, both hands and X
we
pocket.
can do this.
Thanks for the host there, Omar. So yeah, like what you could have red could have Dragoon in their hand. Now instead of 6, it costs 3. So they're still going to expel some amount of MP, but it's not going to be stupid to 1. Which also in my head makes me think, okay, it doesn't really hurt me much with 4s either. They just cost 2 now instead of 1.
I mean, it still fucks 4s because 4s relies on 4s.
4s relies on 4, so it still hurts that, but I think I was, before when they got rid of Beltway, I was running Demonic with Soul's Return, and with the Rose combination, so it worked because it was like I would do it, but I would do it so that I could rush out Tigrex. Because at that point...
It doesn't hurt growth as bad anymore.
Well, it won't hurt growth as bad anymore, and it's still very strong for Ascension units. It's just easier time for them to come to the field.
Yeah, I think this card's still good. It's still playable.
Still playable, I agree.
But it's definitely not overpowered.
Nah, it's not as overpowered anymore. This is just a fair nerf, and it's probably what it should have been from day 1. So,
I definitely agree with this.
I'm okay with this. Even though this also affects your opponent, its strength was in being able to use it at a time advantageous for you. In addition to that, being able to get this card into your starting hand provided too much of an advantage. Because of that, we have adjusted this card's effect. I mean, okay, what are we now? We're in February, we're nearly in March. This was an issue 3 months ago. Not anymore! With Ascension...
I mean...
With Ascension, this card didn't really get
it's good
played
that
that
they
much.
changed it. I mean, we don't know what cards we're getting in the new set.
That's true.
This card could have made... this card could have been a problem with the new cards released. So...
Actually,
it's good they're dealing with it right now.
Actually, no, this nerf comes... You're right, this nerf comes at the right time, because if memory is all about action cards, spamming the crap out of action cards that cost 6 or 4 down to 1 would be a pain.
Yeah.
Nintega says part of me still wants it to be a 5 cost. Oh no. Oh no, this is too good to be less than 6. I mean...
Yeah, I think 6 is perfect.
6 is fine. It'd be too good if it was less MP. And moving on, next is Starvation Impulse. Ooh, this card is basically... It got nerfed like Beltway. This card just got wrecked.
I called it.
Oh, yeah, I heard you. Remember you guys were talking about it. I was like, are they really gonna do this? Oh shit, they did. If you're not sure, Starvation Pulse was an MP2, sacrifice 3 life, give a unit +1/+1. If you ascend 1 time, you give an additional +2/+2, which was like, great, cool, really aggressive. Now you have to still MP2, sacrifice 3 life. You gives a friendly unit +1/+1.
Now you have to ascend 3 times. 3 times.
3 times to ascend to give +2/+2. This effectively has killed this card.
I don't think it killed the card. I just don't see it being used in aggro decks anymore.
Nah, back to Psycho Power, as Twitch writer says. Back to Psycho Power.
I mean, you would run both. Typically, you would run Psycho Power and Starvation Impulse.
It was running both, but like you'd run both simply because it was easy to get one Ascension out. One Ascension is not a big deal, but 3 Ascensions before you can use this card? Kind of annoying.
Yeah, that's what I don't see it being used in Shiratsuku anymore.
Nah, it's definitely gone. Freaking Stout saw this and was like, oh, they got rid of it. This card's no longer good. To the Shadow Realm. Starvation Impulse.
It's not good in Shirasenku. It's good in a Kuma Ascension deck.
In a Kuma Ascension deck, yeah.
Because typically you ascend more than 3 times in a Kuma. Like you can ascend like maybe like 6, 10.
Yeah, you can get quite a few Ascensions off.
So Kuma can still use this card. I just don't think Shirasenku is gonna use it anymore.
No, I don't think so. The reason for change. This card offers a powerful effect at the cost of having to meet certain conditions. However, since the necessary ascend count was so low, you were able to easily obtain and use this powerful effect on any unit early in the game, often leading to certain victory. We have adjusted its needed ascension account so that you cannot utilize its full potential straight from the start. The thing also was that it gives a friendly unit. It's not specifically targeting black. So, yeah.
I mean, I'm okay with this nerf. I don't have fun playing against the Shirasenku.
I don't either.
I mean, it's not even a good deck. Like, literally, you lose more than you win. This deck is just to troll people.
It seemed like it was good when it first came out. I was like, oh, I watched Stout. I was in Stout stream and he fucking just climbed to chat with. I was like, alright, fuck, I'm gonna use this deck. I run a couple games and I was like,
I think the reason why it was so good when it first came out is because people didn't know how to deal with it.
Yeah, by the time I jumped onto board, it was just like, people knew what they were doing. I was like, nah, screw this. This is not working anymore. People just know how to block this, and I was like, yeah, this is not fun now. Now I'm just losing more than I need to, and it's like, God. Okay, new deck. Reaper says, shouldn't have made Pulamu. I think Pulamu's a good card. It's alright.
Pulamu's gonna get better, like you said. Maverick Hunter, was it?
Yeah, Maverick Hunter.
Pulamu with Maverick Hunter.
Shit's good.
I mean,
even Zero's third ability on Pulamu.
Yeah.
That's gonna be perfectly fine. Pulamu's still gonna be a good card. I actually will probably look around as decks to actually run the card. But yeah, I think that's it. So that's the last hero card. So overall, lots of nerfs. Some fair ones. Nothing too crazy, but I think Starvation Impulse got the worst end of it.
I mean, Starvation Impulse is a common card. I don't think it should have been that strong.
It probably should have been an epic at best, if it was going to be like that. But then still, common. They need to touch it up, so... Moving on to the hero arts. Finally,
Ooh.
Ryu hero art gets changed. 18 AP, 7 damage, 20 AP, 7 damage. That's pretty much it. So they just increased his AP count to 2. I feel
Basically,
like...
Dark Destruction.
Basically Dark Destruction. I honestly feel like maybe they could have dropped the damage down to 1, but that might be too...
Nah, if they did that, it would... I mean, there's so many cards that have more than 6 HP.
Yeah, that's true.
And Ryu isn't as good as he once was. I mean, he's still a good hero. Red's still pretty good, just not up tier at the moment.
No, there are ways around him. I have seen less reuse since Ascension came out. I mean, yeah, he's got a good deck around him, but Ryu technically...
I mean, personally, I love Ryu. I love playing Ryu.
Ryu is a fun deck to play. It takes the most concentration to get through it, but it has dropped off. But yeah, just 20 AP. That's just it. I think that's fine, really.
Pretty fair.
A pretty fair one. Due to the ways to prevent damage is limited, and this being a powerful damage effect, we have adjusted the frequency this card can be used in one battle. That's still fine. Alright, the next one. I think this was a major one that everyone wanted to fucking get changed. Yawn, Chun-Li.
I think most people wanted this to get hit to the ground.
To get hit to the ground. They still didn't do much. They got a good start, but they didn't finish it right, in my opinion. So, 15 AP originally to gain 4 MP on a unit when leaving the field. Okay, now it's 20 AP. Okay, that's good. Still gain 4 MP when the unit leaves the field. That's what bugs me. It's when leaving the field. I honestly agree with Stout, and it should be on death to gain.
You see, I mean, I think we have to just see for ourselves when this patch comes out. You know, I think it's fine. I think 20 AP gives you enough time to set up before Yawn shenanigans happen.
Yeah.
Because the thing that made Yawn so strong is that it was only 15 AP, and to be honest, Yawn could do that pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as they got their first Yawn off, they would start gaining MP, and then they would gain advantage, and you just couldn't keep up.
Yeah, it's slower now, so I'll go with that, and we'll just have to do some testing. Thirsty was backing it and explaining it, so I was like, all right, I'll go by it, and we'll just see what happens. What do they say?
I mean, it's still strong. I think Yawn is still going to be relevant, but I think it gives other decks the opportunity to actually compete with it.
Yeah, that's true. It will give it an advantage. Due to its ability to easily create a huge MP advantage, we have adjusted the frequency that this card can use in one battle. I honestly feel like maybe even dropping it down to 3 MP gainage. It's 3 MP gainage is still good, but it's not like I can easily get a turn blade to the field immediately.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. I guess I'm just salty over it, but I'm fine with the 20 AP increase. Like,
I think it's fine. I think honestly, they're not gonna be able to use Yawn 6 times in one game.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think it's fine.
Hi there, Wekoro. What is this site? The TEPPEN website. So we're just on the main TEPPEN website as we're going through this. So, Ryu was a decent change. I mean, that was probably a fair change for Ryu. Chun so far seems adequately fair.
I think people are just divided because people are so tired of Yawn. They just wanted Yawn to be destroyed.
Yeah. I don't know why. And in the next hero art, people were really some people were really against it. I was like, I don't think it was that bad. But yeah. And the last one, I still can't believe they went for this one, which didn't make that much sense to me. But Shadowblade, Morrigan. So 18 AP. Deal 4 damage to an enemy unit, or if your unit has flight, 6 damage, and you gain life equal to the damage dealt. Now it's still 18 AP, so it's still got 18 AP. It still does the exact same damage to enemy unit or a flight unit, but now it's just a permanent 2 HP gain. I'm okay with this.
I agree with the nerf. I mean, I play Shadowblade, I play 4s.
Yeah.
Like, from my experience, I can tell you, like, there'll be matches where I'll be like at 10 HP, and then by the end of the match, I'll be at 30 HP again.
Yeah, you can gain life pretty quickly. I thought if they were gonna change it before this, I figured like if you did Shadowblade on a unit, if it was like less, if it was a normal unit with 4 HP, or if it was down to like 2 or 3 or 1, you would gain HP based on the remaining HP the unit had left. Same thing goes for the flight unit. If they were full HP, or they were at a certain HP and you just dealt damage to sort of drop it down, you would still gain, I guess you still technically gain the full life. But I figured on near death units, the HP gauge would be different. But I'll go with just 2 HP.
Yeah, I think they just went with the more simple approach, just reduce the life gain, leave everything else the same.
I'm fine. I'm kind of happy that everything technically is still the same. It's still nice to be able to do 6 damage to a flying unit and 4 damage.
Yeah, I mean, I still like the hidden art. It's just that one thing I didn't like playing against Shadowblade sometimes was they would time you out, and they would use the hidden art to gain back some health, and you would lose because you just couldn't hit them before time hit 0. So I mean,
Yeah, I remember. I've seen that out of some people. I was like, the timeout on the life gainage. Yeah, that was a bit of annoying. Twitch plus 5 says, I have a problem with it always only being 2 HP. Flat units should be punished harder. Technically, flat units. I mean, 6 damage to a flying unit. That's pretty hard. That instantly kills.
Yeah,
what's the green flying unit? The legendary? Kushala?
Yeah, Kushala.
That's
one shot.
Yeah, that's a one shot to Kushala. And Kushala's a bitch if he's on the field. You want to get rid of that immediately. Most flying units.
Kushala's not relevant right now, though.
Yeah, it's not.
I mean, it's good against other flying units. Palumu is 6 HP.
Palumu's 6 HP, so this is a one shot to Palumu, so it's good.
Valtrax what, 5 HP?
Yeah, Valtrax is 5. It's fine. I think the 6 damage is good. Not a lot of flying units have a lot of HP anyway. But my time was it could have just healed for half the damage. That would have been pretty fine as well. 2 on ground units and 3 for flying units. Honestly, I feel like that's pretty fair as well.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a pain in the butt, but yeah. We have just the amount of heal due to it being able to easily reverse the HP difference between you and your opponent with its massive healing. So that's the reason. It was the heal change, so I'm fine with this for Shadowblade. Like, we can still use his ability. It's still good, so I have no complaints. 2 HP.
Yeah, same here.
2 HP is 2 HP. It's still gaining.
Honestly, I was scared they were gonna increase the AP and reduce the damage and reduce the healing.
I was afraid of that too. I was like, oh god, what are they gonna ruin out of this?
Honestly, I say that was like a slap on the wrist.
It's just a nice little slap, so it's not that bad. So I don't think it got hit. I don't think this got hit to the ground that hard. And that's about it. So that's pretty much all the changes, guys. There's been some decent ones here. I would definitely say that Starvation Pulse got hit the most, and Iris was a slap on the wrist, I think.
I mean, I think Iris got hit pretty not too hard, but enough to make a difference.
Yeah, it's enough to make a difference for Iris. 4 HP. Like I feel like if I can get like what 4's Lupo to attack it, I can go for a steal early instead of having to wait a bit.
I mean, you can kill Iris by placing Axel, blowing up the shield, and then playing BB Hood.
True. Can pop Iris quickly now.
So I mean, yeah, Iris definitely got weaker.
Yeah, Shadowblade always would. If you hit shield with Shadowblade, you would still always get a heal. It just breaks shield. Weetzel's nerf is okay, fair.
Still strong card.
Still a strong card, but there's ways to deal with it now for not being 8 HP. But hey, you know what? Freaking Call to Power. And you get Hoistel in your hand at like fucking 6+6. Ah, yeah, great times. That kind
I think Call to Power should have got hit.
That needs a nerf. That needs.
It should have a cap. It needs a cap.
It needs a cap. It definitely needs one. I think a game, because of natural cycle. I think one time a unit got +9 or +10, +10. That was just retarded. There's no way you're dropping that.
I've seen some ridiculous Call to Battles. You remember that chicken you played?
Oh man, I got the Super Chicken.
Super Chicken?
The Super Chicken was awesome. What did I get him at? I think I got him at 10-13 or some shit like that.
Oh man, dude.
That was so funny. Super Chicken. That was so great. But oh god, Call to Battle needs a nerf. Helen's Noir is fair, and I'm fine with that. Soul's Return got a pretty, I would say, a pretty good nerf on it. It needed
Yeah.
it needed a drawback to it, so that's fair. And I'm okay with that on Soul's Return. Demonic is a fair, and I'm perfectly happy with Surge of Demonic. That's a fair nerf. I feel like Impulse got the worst out of this.
Yeah, definitely did.
And the hero arts all seem pretty fair enough as it is, so there's nothing too crazy or too horrendous to worry much about, but I think that's pretty much it. So, and you got any more thoughts you want to throw out?
I think we covered everything.
We will have Haunted by Memories with a new memory mechanic.
I'm honestly really excited to see what the new cards do, though.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what we actually get our hands on.
I just want to start theory crafting for Zero.
Like, what decks can I make? I feel like I almost feel like Temptation could make their turn. Maybe not using the ability Temptation, but just Rezos.
I think Rezo is viable with Zero.
Rezo's pretty viable with Zero.
I mean, that third hidden art. Can you imagine a Shenko hitting you with stealth combo?
Oh man, Hisenko's gonna be a bitch to fight.
I mean, we're talking about Nightmare, but Hisenko is an easier card to bring out.
Yeah, everyone was talking about Nightmare, and I was like, the random chance is what I hate. I would prefer to focus on something that you're guaranteed, so Ibuki, Hisenko, Viper. Focus on the proper Rezo units that can really work.
And Hisenko can get nasty really fast.
Oh yeah, Hisenko can get really bad with Hisenko. So it's +2 combo, so yeah, like, you just resonate the crap with Hisenko, and then just give a combo. It's like, I'm gonna hit you for, I don't know, 12 damage, and it's gonna combo, and then I'm gonna throw stealth on this thing. Good luck blocking it.
All you need to do is get Hisenko to 15 attack.
Yep.
Have stealth, and then use your hitting art, and then that's game.
And that's GG, yeah.